Hello my friends, in today's video I'm going to be showing you my process for sewing a 1940s inspired shirtwaist dress from the first style of bodice that I drafted in last week's video. The one that I drafted using a basic darted blouse sewing pattern as a starting point. So the first thing that I'm doing is measuring along my stitching line at the waist of my bodice and comparing that measurement to that of the skirt pattern that I want to use. In my case, it is a basic A-line skirt sewing pattern that has 2 darts in the front and 2 darts in the back. My seams already match up, and even my dart placement matches up so that when the bodice is sewn to the skirt, it will look as though the dart goes smoothly straight from the bodice all the way down through the waistline and into the skirt. If the two waistlines are not the same length, then I like to add or subtract about 1/8 of an inch at the side seam of the waistline and or the waist darts until they match up. And if a dart will need to be moved left or right in order to match up with the corresponding dart on the other piece, I personally have had better luck moving the dart on the skirt left or right rather than the dart on the bodice. If the dart only needs to be moved a very small amount, say 1/4 of an inch, the easiest way that I've found to do this is to simply mark all of the dots for the dart about 1/4 of an inch horizontally over in the direction necessary when I am cutting out my pattern piece. In order to give my collar a bit more of a 1940s vibe, I drew an exaggerated point onto my fabric before I cut the collar out. I took everything up to my sewing room and applied all of my fusible interfacing. I stay stitched my necklines and my waistlines and stitched all of my darts in place. Instead of back stitching at the point of my darts, I stitch right off the end and cut a long thread, and then I tie a knot by hand and trim the thread down to about 1/2 an inch. I pressed my side bust darts down and all of my waist darts toward the center of each piece. After attaching my front bodice pieces to the back bodice piece at the shoulders, I was ready to assemble my collar. Pinning it right sides together, I then stitched up one short end all the way across the long unnotched edge and then down the other short edge. I then pinned my collar to the neckline of my bodice and my front facings to the front openings. I stitched from the waistline up one front edge all the way around the neck and down the other front edge back to the waistline, making sure to only catch the collar facing between the 2 shoulder seams. I turned everything right side out and gave it a good press. Then I hand stitched my front facings to my shoulder seams, and I enclosed all of the raw edges along the back neckline inside my collar and hand stitched everything shut. I ran 2 rows of long basting stitches along my sleeve caps and pinned them to my bodice before sewing the side seams, matching all of my dots and notches, and carefully pulling on the bobbin thread of those long basting stitches to ease my sleeve cap into the slightly smaller armscye of my bodice. Alright, so now that I've got the sleeves set in, I can go ahead and sew the side seams and the underarm seams for the sleeves. So when I pin my side seams here together, I can start sewing from one end all the way down to the other end. But on the left side, I actually want to leave an opening on the bottom because I am going to have this dress button down the front of the bodice and then have a side zipper that opens from 7 inches up on the bodice side down to 7 inches down on the skirt side seam. That way I can use a 14-inch zipper. So I am just going to take my tape measure and measure up 7 5/8 inches from the bottom here because of our seam allowance. Alright, so that means that this point is where I want to stop sewing. So I'm just going to put a little dot there. And so I'm going to be sewing from the end of the sleeve down to this point, and then I'm going to back stitch at this point on the left side only. On the right side, I'm going to stitch from the end of the sleeve all the way down to the waist on the dress. I'm going to do this off camera, and I'm also going to go ahead and hem my sleeves off camera, and then I'll come back. After finding some cute coordinating buttons in my stash, I laid them out along the front of my bodice to see what kind of spacing I wanted. Then I measured and marked the placing for my buttonholes. Since I am doing horizontal buttonholes instead of vertical, I marked a little dot 1/8 of an inch closer to the front opening edge of my bodice than the center front line of my bodice. So in my case, 1/2 inch from the opening edge rather than 5/8 of an inch from the opening edge, which is the distance from the edge that my buttons will sit. After stitching my buttonholes on my bodice, I was able to move on to sewing pockets for the skirt. I cut 2 rectangles of my fabric, 6.5 by 9.5 inches, and folded them in half lengthwise, and cut a diagonal line to the corner fold at the top. I used these fabric pieces to cut identical pieces out of white cotton, and then I stitched my white pieces to my printed pieces right sides together all the way around, leaving a little opening along the bottom edge for turning right side out. I then pinned my pockets to my skirt front in a position that I liked, and I like to do this over a tailor's ham to mimic the curves of my body so that the pockets don't wind up being too tight. Then I took it to my machine and top stitched them in place. I measured down 7 5/8 inches from the top edge of my skirt pieces along the left side to mark where the bottom edge of my zipper will go and the bottom of my side opening. Then I stitched all of my skirt pieces together, leaving that side opening open. I lapped my right front bodice piece over my left front bodice piece, aligning the center front markings on both, and pinned it in place. Then, right sides together, I pinned my bodice to my skirt, matching my center front, center back, side seams, and my darts. I pressed my seam allowance to the inside of my dress along my side opening. Then I carefully pinned my zipper in place 1/2 at a time, aligning the pressed folded edge of my side opening with the lengthwise center of my zipper teeth. I used a zipper foot to top stitch it with my sewing machine, and then pinned the other side of my dress's side opening to the other side of my zipper, and stitched it in the same way. I aligned the center fronts of my bodice all the way up to the neckline, and marked my button placement by sticking the tip of my fabric marking pen through my buttonholes to mark the fabric beneath. After hanging my dress overnight, I was ready to mark my hemline. I like to do this by measuring down from the waistline to where I want my finished hemline to be and folding the dress up at that point and pinning it. I finished the raw edge of my hem with bias tape, and then I just went ahead and top stitched my hem in place because I mostly intend to wear this as a house dress, so a beautifully hand-stitched hem is not really necessary. But just for fun, I styled it in more of a running errands kind of way for the reveal. If you would like to see how I drafted this bodice, check out my tutorial, which I have linked in the description box below. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you next time.